Hello there, Alamar here, and welcome back. Today I'll be playing the just released Hydra Heli 2. This is an incremental game where you fly around in a helicopter, firing missiles at ships, collect shards, and use them to upgrade. I enjoyed the first game, so I'm hopeful for this one as well. So let's get into it. We'll just turn the music down a little more than I had it, and we'll get into it. Alright, start with a briefing. A new armada has appeared called the Island Legion that threatens Rotondra. Take control of a powerful helicopter to bring the fight to the island region. Collect shards from destroyed ships. Shards gain value the longer a sortie lasts. Use shards to unlock very powerful autonomous weaponry. And gain enough shards in a region to unlock the next region. And select a helicopter to suit your preferred playstyle. Interesting. So we have a clicker, aggressive, active, and a passive chill classic. Whatever the classic means in that sense. Auto resource collection. Oh, okay. Interesting. I think I like the passive chill mode a little better, but the manual resource collection, I think that means you have to hover your the cursor over it. See how that goes. After the destruction of the primary fleet, reports suggest the enemies of Rotondra reformed in the island belt. Scouting ships for the so-called Island Legion have been spotted in Reef Bay and have been harassing our transport ships. Sink them all. And we have stars over here, so complete the mission, earn 1k shards. I'm not sure if that means like in one run or not. And similarly, sink 75 ships. It's probably in one attempt. See how it goes. Yeah, the one thing they did with this that I thought was kind of neat was your missiles just follow your cursor. Oh, and sadly I didn't get that guy before I went off the screen. I think you can move them, well, maybe that's a later thing. Can't move them faster yet. But you can see the missiles are also taking damage. And they can be destroyed before hitting your target. I got 24 of 1k, so it looks like I'm going to have to do this a few times. Quite a bit. But what do we got? Alright, so plus 20 missile damage. Not sure what the base damage was. And I had realized I clicked the wrong button, but we'll try that again. And the timer, yeah, the timer is a fuel gauge, it looks like, on the top left. However, oh, wow. It's, oh, okay. The dark part of the bar is shrinking. Doing very horribly this time. Well, I mean, that went up a little higher, but we'll see. Alright, so, where do I click? Oh, okay. Oh, so that's what wait, that actually would spend the point? I'm a little confused. But nonetheless, we have upgrades for missile damage, extra shard when a ship's destroyed, and yes, clicking on it is what levels it up. Missile acceleration, probably pretty good. So max health, fuel capacity, I think it's 1 liter per second, at least to start, so that's just a second. Second damage per each missile currently launched, interesting. Plus 5 max amount of missiles allowed at once, not seeing what the actual numbers are. But, I mean, this is, extra shards when ships are destroyed. As always, currency fuels these games, so that seems like a great thing to do, but wow. 25 points just in some nodes is kind of crazy. Alright, need some ships to get close. It looks like their aim is pretty bad, which is good for me. And then you have to spin that cursor around and collect a bunch of the shards. This is going significantly better. Even though, well, I guess I upgraded the damage, because you had to start the tree. There you go, about 10% or 12% through. I guess that's your number of shards? I'm not sure. But we'll see. So that's like damage done maybe. 7 ships, 82 shards. Yeah, that seems right. Alright, so. More damage is, of course, always good, but just think that makes sense. A little boring, but, putting all the initial points in there I think will really help. Get him. And yeah, you don't really want to go after ships that are far away or that are, you know, on their way off the screen, because as we saw, yeah, we just lose out in that sense. And make sure you go all over the screen with your mouse to collect those shards. Oh, that's progression, because it went up, like it didn't start at the bottom each time. Interesting. I wonder what that actually means. Next level, I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. Alright, so again, we'll just throw points in there and spread it around a little bit. I think that has good value. Max speed, what was this? Pickup radius? It's saying it cost 800, wow, okay. Right, max missiles that, fuel capacity, these are cheap, so just do that. And what is this? Tanker ships appear and drop fuel barrels. So this kind of thing you probably don't want to get too early. But, depends. May have 2 health at the beginning, I don't really know yet. This is what? Health recovery per second for missiles. Missile repair, that's kind of funny. I think that's good. Looks like it's starting the helicopter in kind of a random location around the center of the screen. It's fine. Well, I'm able to destroy the ships very quickly with where I've put those missile upgrades. And we have very little time left. There we go, okay. Not too bad. Getting there. I think that's still good. That's probably good. Maybe just the cheapest of these choices each time for now makes sense. Shouldn't take too long to fill that that thing on the side. The tank, let's call it, and see what that looks like. Alright, can't focus all your time on killing, because you need to collect the shards. Yeah, the first game had a similar mechanic with, well, how it plays. You were destroying ships the same way with them following the cursor. Collecting the shards manually like that. I am curious if you have the option. Not seeing any way to get to options or whatnot. Okay, so there's the map. Interesting. Okay, it's not letting me click it. But yeah, okay, so if I go back... Yeah, okay, so I guess you have to do a new run for the ship if you wanted to, or the other helicopter if you want to try it. So that's fine. Lowest is 32. Right. Don't remember the smoke trails from the first game, but that's a little bit. Kind of nice. Slow down. Oh, last one. Collect it all. And yeah, a few more of those attempts, we'll get that. Which, oh, maybe that's what that is. The 75% of the thing is this. That's just a little graphical representation of this. If I do worse than I did on that run, then I assume it's going to just not go up. So we'll see. Alright. More shards, more better. If I could afford it, I could probably use that tanker. Put some extra time on these runs. Oh, wow. Then yeah, that'll get like right there. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Which is fine. Also need that anyway, so keep going at this one. Sadly, not enough for that on this one. These are what we got. 46, 33, 35. 46, 48. And then I will actually skip that and do that one instead. Alright, let's see how it goes. Yeah, like any incremental game, you start out fairly slow, and stuff gets crazy at the end. or by the end. It's a fun progression system, at least I like them. There have been a lot of incremental games coming out the last half year or so. Alright, so I got both stars that time, which is nice. Barely made that one. Alright, so I have a new location. Which, okay, it's actually, calling attention to that. So if we do that, we have received reports of a major deep-sea drilling rig being hijacked in the oil fields. Reports suggest the Island Legion are using the fuel to power their illegal military buildup. I think every last one of them. And here we have destroy some barrels, collect fuel drops. I assume we need that tanker ship specifically. And complete 10 sorties. That just means run the mission 10 times, I guess. Alright. Oh, so very close there. Yeah, these are all more expensive than that, eh? Oh, that's a hefty one, okay. That was 2K, so that'll be a bit. 500 for missile speed. Yeah, okay. I think we're still good where we're at. 10 levels of that will be pretty significant, except the later ships will take that into account, so it won't really matter. But let's just keep upgrading some stuff. Alright, what do we got? Level 6 and level 8 there. Oh, okay. Actually, I guess that's like an oil platform. Wait, so where are the barrels coming from, if not those other ships? Oh, I'm blind? Oh, am I... Oh. Okay. And it's all collect with the mouse cursor? Wait. Oh, so I didn't even see those come out that first time. Watching the other stuff, and I'm about to run out of time. That's kind of neat. Alright, so it has to last long enough that you can destroy 50 barrels and collect them and do it at least 10 times. That's kind of a boring achievement. Star. No skill involved in that, just do it over and over. Alright, so we actually made a lot more on this one, which is kind of cool. That is handy, but I still think just throwing points in that makes a lot of sense. Right, stacking damage per missile, which means the first missile doing more damage, means less missiles will get used up. That's actually really good, but it only goes to 20%, so we'll see. But I'm going to keep just going with the cheapest, which was 123. Alright, let's do it. It's a lot of stuff coming out of there. That's kind of neat. I have no idea how much fuel is going to end up coming out, so we can collect it. Make the mission last longer. Yeah, I'm still going to have to pump up the base time or whatever. Or get those tankers in here, maybe those will make a big difference. That's going to take a bit. That sound gets me every time. Alright, we got one more of those. Looks like we'll get the next one next time, but maybe not after that. Alright, what are we at? 137, 51, 58. That's, they're getting close to 200. Yeah, okay, so those two, and then I guess that one. That's a pretty common strategy, I would think, getting the cheapest upgrades each time. Saving up for like the extra shards might make sense, but I like every extra level you get in that has slightly less effect percentage-wise than the previous one. So, see. Okay, well. Oh, it went under the platform, and my missiles did not hit it. That was kind of neat. I need more fuel. Fuel. I'm going to focus on the fuel just to make the mission last longer, but that, I guess in 2 different runs you focus on the 2 different things, and that'll probably work out just fine. Alright, so this is going up to 1.6k. Alright, so we had 197s, 200, This leads into less detection range for all ships. So I think that means they start firing at your missiles, or your missiles have to get closer for them to start firing at your missiles. Slower ships? That'd be handy. Wait. It was locked behind a 200, but it only got west. Am I looking at this wrong? I'm looking at that wrong. Never mind, that's the cost. I got messed up. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I like the missile one where your missiles are doing more damage the more you have on screen, because you can kind of just, you know, ignore the targets early on, and then every missile that fires out ends up basically having a nice bonus effect, but then you're not collecting all this fun stuff. So I mean, I don't have that upgrade yet, and it's not really going to make much difference until you get all 4 points in it anyways. I could just keep grabbing my shards. Heck. 6. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to kind of ignore, well, not ignore the fuel. If you ignore the fuel, then the run's just not going to go as long, so can't really do that, but alright, where are we at? Alright, I guess that's good. And yeah, we're increasing the fuel up here. That was 38, I think, to start. A little bit each time, which will definitely add up. We'll see where we are at the end of those 10 sorties for this mission. Fuel! More fuel! Oh, weird. Oh, maybe because the missiles were already in the, whatchamacallit, the overlap there. Okay, so I got the barrels. I can mostly focus on ships now. I have 5 more sorties to figure that out. Alright, so I guess I have been hitting the max missiles, and it's probably at 5, so that might be a good idea just to get earlier than I was thinking. But, nah. Those are hefty costs. Alright, where are we at? 500, 284, 261, 315, 409, 417, 431, oh, and 300. Alright. That leads to launch rate. Very handy. Heli fires a mounted howitzer with very limited ammo. That'll be interesting. Assume it'll be range-based, so you want your helicopter to be, you know, close to the target for it to matter. Like lots and lots of ships this time. Of course, the fuel will help with making the mission last longer. You have to keep an eye on where your missiles are, so you're not wasting time on them too much. It was 50 total, though. That's kind of hefty. Well, might as well collect lots of missiles or lots of oil while there's nothing near me. Okay, these 2 ships. Boom, boom. All the fuel. Yeah, the cursor's like tiny too. That wasn't too far away. Alright, we do like that one. Alright, what was the next one again? 500? 417? Oh, right. Thought that was higher than it was. Okay. Wow, ended up with 1. Not bad. That's efficient. Okay, so yeah, now that I've got a few points in that, not hitting ships early, probably a good idea. I don't know if the collision just... If they all hit at the same time, it might kind of waste missiles. But it's hard to, like, have them come out not stacked. Especially after they've been circling around a bunch for a bit. Oh, that was very close. I feel like I'm at a soda dispenser. Just filling that up on the side. All right, what are we at? 431. Wow, that went up quite a bit. 500 for missile max speed, which leads to movement speed of the helicopter. I mean, that's handy because you're getting closer, or where you're launching the missiles from, and I guess the gun when we get it is closer, so that's good. Okay, I don't have enough. 403. All right. Get 'em, boys. Figure it's only taking a few hits, so getting those ones close to the edge is not so bad. Oh yeah, I feel good about this one. We're gonna get it. I need that guy to come out from under there. Okay. Voice. Running out of fuel. No. Collect all the shards. Yeah, it's funny, the shards also, chase the cursor a little bit. Sounds pretty good. Now we just have to do this twice more, and... Right, not strictly required, because that's all based on all these, presumably. Yeah. But whatever, I mean, I don't know what the stars actually do for you, but I'm going to stay on there just for the extra 2 anyways. We have, what do we have? 588. Oh, 580, and 588, and 589. We're a little short on. Alright. So I guess in this case, just getting as many shards as possible is where we want to be. I mean, I guess, that's true every time, but we don't have any actual, challenges to need to worry about. I kind of like the mass amount of shards as you're, destroying these ships in groups. Oops, kind of lost track of the missile there for a sec. All right, cool. One more time, and that's that much. Damn. All right. I will do what I've been doing. 589 was the lowest. What was the lowest? Just 692. 711. All right, cool. Yeah, I've seen a number of complaints lately about incremental games and their skill trees not giving you any progression options. So I mean, it's definitely something to look for some people. I like some variety. Tried to do that with my game, but design-wise, I mean, I redid the skill tree. I mean, redesigned it from scratch, basically 5 times. Finally ended up with something I liked, but not a lot of other people seem to. I had one glowing comment about it, and one they hated it. So can't please everyone. All right, cool. So that finished off that effectively. We have. Do I really want to? No. No. Oh wait. Oh wow, and I wasn't actually even close for that. I'm thinking going to the next map is probably going to up our shard count considerably. Where was I? 750. That leads to Fields of Piercing, or Sniper Buoy. Fields of Piercing, long shot. Excuse me, long shot that hones in on enemy or nearby ships. Wow. Cannot read. Where are we at? 70, 80. Okay, so that one's done. And it doesn't say it, but it was 5 every time. Or rather, it doesn't say the total. 800. Okay, well, I guess I'll do that just to see what's over here. Charge travel slower over time. Does that just mean when they come out of a ship, they just kind of slow down over? A little weird. That leads to extra value on shards. Of course, that's a good one, so focusing on this one and this one is good. And then shards gain value per minute in sortie. Per minute. I'm assuming they don't mean at the end of a minute that the thing goes up by 5%. I assume they're just multiplying it by, 1.05 over that period. What is this? The Gulf. Reports suggest a major convoy rendezvous point for the Island Legion has been discovered in the Gulf. Do whatever it takes to prevent an armada from forming. Sink the enemies of Rotundra. Alright, and this is get a buttload shards, get 20k of them in ones, and sink 150 ships. You know, I don't think that's cumulative. But this says in one sortie, so maybe it has been that. No, it could have been. Could it? That'd be weird. Let's see, though. Alright, we got 6 missiles, 7, looks like. Alright, and these are beefier ships, so, I mean, getting more missiles before going after a ship is a strategy. And they are being destroyed, so... Yeah, this looks like I'm not gonna get... Oh, well, I got that one. Okay, I'm not gonna get very far. Yeah, they're able to hit my missiles quite a bit. But each ship seems to be worth quite a bit. That was only 3. Yeah. Alright. Well. I was thinking I'd have enough for that just from the one run, but that was a lot worse than I thought. So I guess that proved it. I was thinking this was the end of the line. So that's interesting. Like you know, it connects to a bunch of things and it's telling you that there's no further thing connected to it. So what do we have? 800, 806, and 811. So missile speed. We definitely need missile health. That's where it capped out. But they were destroyed super fast. So I think we need to be putting points in that. Hard to say. They did go down really quick, so regen's not going to help that much. And then, well, that'll be the last point, so whatever, I'll throw it in there. But yeah, more missiles at once. Alright, so that looked like it was about 3. As long as we don't get crazy overwhelmed with targets. Needed one more. Trying to dodge the other ones too, otherwise they get destroyed before you can do any damage. Okay, well that wasn't too crazy bad. 10k. Alright, I'm looking at this number, that's damage. 7k was the amount we got. So at this point, that's only giving us 1 extra shard per ship on this map. Actually, I guess the number of shards is also multiplied by some value for the map. So that is still going to have some value, because I actually didn't say we, destroyed a number of ships. Increases that a little bit. I'm not sure there's enough worth there right now. And what did this end up being? Oh, that's pretty hefty. I guess I'm going to actually skip that for the first time I can afford it, and just go with the cheapest options again. Where are we at? 1.1, 848. Alright, 980, 1.2. I think 980 was the lowest, which is perhaps travel slower. Got a 1.1. Yeah, 1.5. Launch rate. Oh, actually that one was really good. Glad that ended up being the cheapest. That leads to fuel is used more efficiently, so it just gets drained a little slower. And that's 10k, so that's kind of hefty. 115 and 117. I guess both those will work. And then we can afford all 3 of these. Acceleration, it's fine. See how that goes. Oh yeah. I mean, it's not like it just went up a ton right now, but that's not bad. Like they feel like they're going at a pretty good rate. Make sure we're not dying too much. Alright, I'm gonna need another shot or 2 on that guy. Yeah, actually the regen might work out. Oh, that was close. Alright, so it's gonna be this guy, but... Oh. Well, I didn't have enough vessels, I wouldn't have actually done it. So yeah, 5 ships gave me about that much. Yeah, so that does definitely have value. I mean, that has a lot of value now too, because they're so hefty. But sticking to the plan. That was 128, I'm saying. Yeah, so missile max speed, a little movement speed on the helicopter. I think that was the cheapest, or pretty close. What's that? Less health for the ships. Good. So acceleration, and we're good. Curious to, okay, that's not too bad. The skill tree looks fairly good, zoomed out. Some games do not do that part well. We didn't want to go after the ship that was right next to that because it was where it was going off. Even this, I want to get the one that's getting close and not going off. Okay, maybe. All right, good. All right. I gotta wait on. I waited too long ago. I mean, I don't think I would have had enough missiles for another destroy, but all right, that one felt weak. Now this looks so weird because it's so zoomed out. Let's get that back a little bit. All right, where are we at? We're at 19, 189, 137. Definitely the 137, which is charge travel slower. Helicopter movement speed. Fuel capacity. Charge travel slower again, and looks like that'll be the next one. All right. Okay, so that was 4 missiles, it looks like. I don't think they're losing damage based on their health. That looked like 3 missiles, but it's hard to tell. Alright. Yeah, they're taking a beating. And that'll do it. Okay, well, we got... Why does that count up in floating point? That's weird. What, 7? So, did what we did. And yeah, that's definitely counting up each time, so I was getting that wrong earlier. So again, it's just a matter of, do the mission a certain number of times. Same with that one. And that's... I need to more than double what I collected in one run. That's kind of hefty. Alright, where are we at? 2.0. Oh, missed that one. Missile launch rate. Alright, that works. That's up by 30% now, so that's not bad. Combined with this one, you can get a lot of missiles going, it looks like. Alright, I think this will go quite a bit better because I'm getting a good number of missiles out fast enough that I can clear off ships quickly so they're not, blowing away my missiles too bad. Now I need to keep that. Oh, there's a good one. Alright, yeah. That worked pretty good. At 9 ships, alright. And that was a good jump up as well. Alright, where are we at? We're at 2.6, 2.4. That's shard pickup radius, sure. Charge travel slower. Missile acceleration and helicopter movement speed, and that was good. Really should just put points in like the special stuff. Could be a game changer. I mean, anything that's, doing more attacks while you're in here is going to be good. People screaming at the YouTube video like, what are you, stupid? Alright, so that's probably the last one. Don't know if those shards that didn't get back to the helicopter were actually countered or not. If that was significantly less. That was a little less. Bad. Change. Alright, we have, right? Getting up to those ones, so 3.17. Yeah, looks like that's it. That was slightly higher, so yeah, those. We got missile speed. That's getting pretty close to max. Those are done, okay. I don't know if it introduces any other weapons, like directly, right? You have the things that, the buoys and, well, I guess we did see the Gatling gun or whatever it called it. Alright, probably... Oh, I get that one in time. Barely, but I don't know if I got to collect the shards or not. It's all good. Okay, we are up to 5 there, so 360 or 65. 4. Oh, and that was slower ships, which leads into slower fire rate for ships. And hovercraft unleash a shock. Should be unleashes a shock burst when destroyed. Disabling all nearby ships. So what? Does it just spawn a hovercraft? I mean, it's 1 point, so I kind of expect that. Where are we at again? We're at 4. Well, 3, 6, 5. 7, 7, I think was the cheapest. Oh. Shards travel slower over time is our last one, which I think puts the 4K as the cheapest. So yeah, we'll finally get a little bit of that and see how it feels. I don't like the cluster of ships like that because they often shoot down the torpedoes too quickly. That worked out alright. It's feeling fairly good. It's just, I've seen that before. The ships are like entering and leaving like almost immediately. I'm like, that's not very helpful. Yeah, that's a little higher, which is nice. Alright, we finally have this, which leads to 100% or plus 100% base health per minute while in sortie. Interesting. So again, it's probably not counting up per minute. That's also 25 points. So, damn. That's interesting. What are we at now? There's still 4K for less detection range. Sure. We have a 396 for helicopter speed, which is maxed. And that was all that we could afford. I mean, this helicopter is the chill version, and you know, just having all the stuff follow the mouse. I kind of agree with that. It's a little hectic on some of the missions, and you know, when your missiles are dying too damn fast. But it's still kind of fun. I like swarm missiles in like any game, which is like I like chain lightning. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, what are we at? 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. I think that was it. The 2 there with these 2, yeah. So more regen. What I see? Launch rate. I like that one. And then less health for ships or less detection range. I don't think that's as important. I mean, it means they're firing less shots, which is good. But them dying quicker. Although, 3%. Can I get over there without? No, I can't. It's 3% per point, so I mean, it'll add up over time, but it's not like an individual point's not going to do much for you except when it, you know, break points. Don't know where I'm at with that, but it's hard to tell too, because if our missiles are 20% stronger per other missile we have on the screen, then it's hard to tell how much it actually takes to take down a ship. Don't like this. Oh, I didn't even notice they were colliding with each other before. That's kind of cool. I'm just kind of following it and doing that. Alright, so I got 100,000 shards. Not in the run, because that's what this was, but yeah, that'll be there shortly. I think, yeah, I'll get this probably before this, but that might be close. Alright, so I think that was it. We are at about 5K now. Regen. I guess that was it. Yeah, I want to make sure that not all the missiles are hitting, because I think it's destroying ones that it shouldn't. Just because, you know, the code is basically that if it hits a target, it destroys the missile, whether, you know, another hit it at the same time. So you kind of have to get it to work like that, but it's also really not. It's hard, like the missiles are constantly following cursor, which means the more the cursor moves around, the closer each individual missile gets to it, so then they stack on top of each other. you can't really spread them out after they've, you know, stacked. Right, shards will be worth more over time of a sortie. Sorties that doesn't show that they're starting around 40 seconds. That works. We have another buoy for cash. Cash buoy will dispense extra valuable shards when full if hit by crosshairs. Interesting. It's by crosshairs. So you can like smack into it a number of times maybe. But that's going to be a while because that's 55k. Got slower shards. We got nothing else because I can't afford it. Alright. Yeah, 45 seconds it looked like it started at there. Yeah, I think the first game there was a lot of the stacking on the missiles, and I think they purposely made them not like directly follow the cursor. They're kind of going on a sloppy line to help with that aspect. However, making them not all blow up when they hit at the same time would also be good. All right, that's getting good. Yeah, we'll see. Still think that's gonna happen first, but need a bunch more damage for that. So where are we at? Right, 5. Well, almost 6k. Actually, yeah, I'll just think of it that way. I won't buy anything that's under 6k that I see. And that was all of it. Yeah, and I don't know if the ships are like getting stronger over time. I kind of doubt it. Considering there's more on screen at a time, that'd be an odd way to balance it. It would be more and more. Alright, that will probably be the last one right there. Alright, well, not too bad. 12 ships that time. Alright, so what I say, under 6k. These two are fine for less detection range and slower ships. Max missiles. Speed, almost done on that. Oh, right, and wait. Oh, we filled it enough to get it to that, okay. Let's see how this, we'll finish these stars. What I like doing. Kind of stop moving my mouse and let them all cluster there, which was not good. Yeah, I do kind of appreciate the minimalist nature of the graphics too. A lot of incremental games will get just too much stuff, too much fancy stuff on screen at once. Can make it really hard to track things by the end. Very close. Yeah, that's a race. Wait, I already had the new clip. I thought I had the new location. Maybe I've seen something else. So less than 6k. Was anything else? No, that one. Alright, less than 7k. I mean, that one was one. Less than 7 for shard game per minute. Oh, and I think I won't launch right. Alright, that one's pretty close to being done too. Rotandra's not gonna know what to hit him. Yeah, they sure do have a lot of ships though. And I guess they just don't build ships that can shoot at the helicopter because they're only shooting the missiles instead of, you know, the helicopter. It's a little weird. Ooh, that's close. So this will definitely happen this time. As long as that happens, I can still claim that it was first because it's on top of the other. See how that goes. Alright, what are we doing? We're doing less than 7k. Oh. Right. Should have done that a long time ago. Okay, so tanker ships will appear. They are linked to extra spawn rate on them and extra barrels on them. The howitzer that I've been missing all these things that cost less fires that, and what's the shell damage? So just the damage from here is going to be higher after that. See how both of those go. All that time I've been missing out on the tankers. if they do like what these guys are doing, they're just popping on the screen for a second. That's gonna feel bad. Oh, the howitzer is like a big beefy gun. Not seeing the projectiles from it. Was that the explosion from it though? Alright, so get close to a shit. Oh, it's already the shots. Oop. Didn't see the timer quick enough. Okay, so I messed that up. Well, even the timer, or rather the shards that were on the screen, probably wouldn't have been enough. I was off by a little bit. On what were we? Less than 7K. I think that was it. Less than 8K, let's say. Right. So less than 8K protection range. What do we got? Shard radius. Shards are slower, and that's it. Okay. I think that howitzer's doing like significant damage, but it's hitting stuff off screen when you're up there. I'm not a fan of that. And I guess we're out of ammo on it. I really thought it was a machine gun. Huh. Or going to be a machine gun. I was very wrong. And I have not seen a tanker yet, when I'm pretty, I'm pretty unable to speak. Pretty disappointed about. But still didn't get it. Soon though. Soon. I forget where I'm at. 8K? Yeah. Alright. 8K. Less than 8K. Wait, what was that? Alright. Less than 9K. Value is good, yes. Done. What's that costing? Oh, wow, that went up a lot. Remember, less than 9K. Right. So if they get close, I should probably stop hitting them with missiles. Wait. Okay, okay, I saw the projectile that time. And I saw there was a counter on it, like 3-2-1 there. Or at least 2-1. Okay, I'm really disappointed. Oh, there it is. But, oh. I didn't get the fuel, but it died a lot quicker than I expected. Alright, really? I just want to get this done so I can move on with my life. Alright, we're doing less than 9K, right? So, down here's good. They gain value over time. Extra shards, good. And that was it, okay. Alright, go ahead, shoot it. Oh, it's not doing the sound effect. Oh, that was odd. Oh, I just noticed in the bottom right, the shard gain value. I guess there's a little value. Oh, I'm not going to get that again, am I? Give me all... It had to get up to the top for it to count. Oh, I feel ripped off. This is wrong. Alright, what am I at? 9K? 9. What's that? Missile speed. Action range, and we're done. So I mean, it's not too bad. Getting to spend like 2 to 3 points, it looks like each iteration. In fact, there's like a ton of points in, you know, some of those nodes, though. That's kind of crazy, but still, you're making little, you know, micro progress every time. Micro progress being, you know, what incrementals are all about. Hence the term. Oh, there we go. We can actually get the fuel this time, and yeah, that was not a bad amount. I saw it go up a few seconds. Alright, come on, come on. Last one. Oh, so close. And I got my 20K. And a good buffer more. Okay, cool. And it keeps telling me there's a new location. So, you know, great. Alright, we're at 9K. Let's call it. Actually, that's 9K, so let's stay at 9. That's good. What's this? Health recovery with spawn rate. Wait, spawn rate on those? Okay, so it'll be 40% more spawn rate eventually, so it is what it is. Alright, now we can finally move on. Excuse me. situation, what is it, Ocean Rail? The situation in the island belt continues to worsen. The Island Legion has created a massive hyperrail between two major islands and are using it to transfer supplies for a massive military buildup. Do whatever it takes to destroy their supplies. That's what the hover thing looked like earlier, so we'll see what that means. Destroy trains. 5 of them win 1 sortie and earn a lot of shards. I mean, the fact that went from 100k to 1 million means income is probably increasing significantly. Okay, so they're just going to run along the track. That's cool. The game does play very much like the first, but like these things and some other stuff is very different. Okay, so you have to save up some missiles before those show up. But yeah, those extra mechanics like the oil platform was kind of neat. But, you know, they took the formula they had and they expanded on it a little bit. Oh, am I going to have enough missiles for any of that? Probably not. No. Alright. So, what did I get? Okay. Alright, so we can actually do some stuff. I'm going to say 10k now, so anything under 10k. So launch rate, yay. I'll include 10k and under 10k, because whatever. Efficient use of fuel, which leads to more missile fire rate. Okay. Yeah, sure, we'll call that 10k. 1 fuel drop per barrel. I wonder if that will count. If there's another mission, oil platform, will that count? I kind of assume it will, because it's not specifically saying per barrel from this thing, so probably. Oh, I can't afford anything else, but we're at what? This one? And a few down there, okay. I don't know. I wish you got like a little notice of when the train was coming, because I want to save up for it. Okay. Oh, so as long as you can get rid of. Okay, that's kind of cool. Wait, so will this give me all 5 cars if I'm able to destroy them? Yeah, it's too bad you can't actually see. Oh. Oh, I thought it was going to crash. It just pushed it out of the way. That's kind of funny. Okay, so. Oh, entire trains. Oh, because I missed the engine. On the first one, it didn't count. Interesting. But considering how much that took, yeah, we need a lot of upgrades to get somewhere with that. What do we add? So, slower ships, sure. What else? Was there anything else under 10k? Are we going up to 12k? Looks like it. 15 maybe? Oh, there we go. So tankers will spawn a little bit more, sure. And then our health recovery on the missiles. That's all we got. That around a bit. Alright, so well, that's handy. I'm not sure. Let's see though, I can just go straight down the track and do that. Nice. Oh right, my howitzer's still going. Having a good time. So I think the next train's gonna come quickly enough that I need to not use up too many of these and hopefully destroy it. There we go. Oh, definitely need to prioritize that. Right, so no idea what the value of any of these is going to be. I got 2. Wait. Did it just mean the first? Like the engine? Maybe what it meant? Alright, what are we doing? 12k, so more damage on that. Leads to shell impact radius. Okay, that's handy. Wait, how much? 130k, okay. Extra shells. I assume it started with 7. That's cool. So it's start with 7, you get 7 extra, and you got 7 levels of it. I think they really like that number. So under 12k, this is health recovery again. The less detection range, and we can afford a little bit more. Slower fire rate for the ships, that's good. And the last one was over here for extra value per minute. 15k, okay. There are very many points, or nodes to put points into, because there's so many levels for some of those things. I assume my missile count is significantly higher than what I can get to quickly. And I'm not gonna get that in time. Wasn't sure when the train would come. Okay. Kind of boring doing it like this, but not sure it really mattered. Oh, that's not gonna happen. I was hoping to get to that guy quickly. Oh, I did. Wait. Did I get 3 in one sortie? Huh. Maybe it's counting some of the cars independently as that. I don't know. But we have spawn rate on that. Let's do some more damage. Okay. Thought I had more currency that time, but I guess not. If you can write your name like this. Probably not. It's disappearing a little too quickly. Okay, so that has... What is it, like? The head car, it had 2 cars that have, like, color. I'll decoy over here for a sec. I mean, I like that they blow up, you know, that quickly. That was quite the train. Yeah, they can't be counting each full train as a train, because that's a crazy amount. It looked like the bridge was stopping my missiles again. Did I guess if it was the engine, the 2 that were yellow, and the one that was a similar shape but not yellow, I'm assuming it's not counting the guns. But yeah, not sure. Alright, so we're doing an under 15k. Let's prioritize these again. Over here. Shards are slower. We can afford a little bit more. 14. Let's just do that. Oh, that's capped out for max missile speed. And I said earlier, like, this is, you know, the max the missiles will ever get, but since there's a second missile launch rate, I mean, maybe there'll be another of those nodes, I don't know. They're pretty quick to the cursor, though. I mean, you know, they could definitely go faster. Yeah, I guess, yeah, we have to check so that, you know, may have counted as 2, 3, or 4. See how it goes for that. Come on, train. Come on. I need my train. Alright. Focus on this one because time's not too high. Alright, yeah, so that kind of worked out. Wait, is that... That hasn't been going up every time, though. Which is weird. If I got 6 in this one, that would have had to have started, you know, above 0 from earlier, so... What? I don't know. Alright, so we have... We're doing with, like, roughly 15k. Okay, a sniper buoy. Should have grabbed that earlier. This one's that much. Okay, so this is rate of fire on it. Piercing shots travel through an additional target. Okay. We'll do... Shards are slower. Do max fuel capacity. Okay, we're good. Okay, so that's the sniper. Just a big sniper rifle on top of a buoy. It's cute. So yeah, I don't know if there's value in actually destroying the train bits versus a ship. Like, there's no indication of that kind of information in the game, so... And you're not getting any kind of summary screen to see stuff like that, so... I'm going to ignore the trains for now. Well, I destroyed the one full train, which had, what, 5 cars? Oh, I'm not going to be able to get to that guy, am I? Oh, I did, but it didn't let me collect the stuff. Okay, so... What's the deal? Is it just a bug? Did they not translate it well? Who knows? Alright, we are at where? Those are good. So detection, range, health, slower ships, and slower fire rate. Nope, that one, okay. Alright. So yeah, unfortunately progressing through the game's not showing like a ton of variety. So I mean, you get, you know, the basic gameplay. If you like what you see, then it's worth picking up. You could save a little money if you want, get the first one instead. It is a similar enough game, but this does have more mechanics, so, you know, you could argue that it is a better game. It definitely costs more, so hopefully it's, you know, considered better. But I have no idea how long this one is, so I don't remember per se for the first one either. I thought it was about four hours ish, which is fine for a game that costs around $4 or $5 or whatever. I mean, if you enjoy it, then whatever, right? So, I mean, whatever on the cost. Fuel efficiency's good. The launch rate is good. I don't think I care about that as much. Right, that was the rate of fire. I don't know if this is doing anything, because the lack of a summary screen, unfortunately, kind of hides all that info. I think I'll just go with some more value and leave it like that. Just every time I see it pop up, I think guitar. Kind of funny. Oh, so it's shooting over there. Pretty slowly. Oh. That's a sniper missile, not a bullet. Okay, that's good to know. And ignore that train unless I want this piece. I assume that's shards. That's why it's yellow. I mean, shards are coming out of every part of it, just look like it may have been a larger amount. Yeah, it's hard to tell because I was like right there when they popped out. That is so weird. But we're only like halfway, or not even 42% of the way through there. Gonna take a bit of grinding. Alright, so extra barrels when they come out, that is good. I would like more of base value, probably gonna do. Spawn rate on tankers or rate of fire on that. We'll do the spawn rate on tankers. Finishes that off. Get tankers as often as we can now. I think I'll ignore the trains for this one, see how it feels. Probably shouldn't be bothering with stuff over there. Incidentally, I did turn the music down quite a bit, but I do find it's not getting in the way, that's for sure. That did stay at 9 this time, so that's good. Except this is so wrong. They're both tracking in one sortie. I don't know, that's weird. I can stop talking about that because it's wrong. Broke. Alright, so more shards when ships are destroyed. More value over time. And then the only thing we can afford is sniper fire rate. That's got 14 points as well. It's crazy. So many points in so many of those nodes. Where's my tanker? Got it maxed on, on rate. Don't want to waste a missile on there. Oh, sure. Comes out like at the last second. Yeah, so I'm not really paying attention to that, but I think the ships are working just fine, instead of the train, I mean. Alright, so I still think throwing those points is good. That leaves me with nothing, sadly. Should probably start putting points, yeah, more points than that. Maybe next time. Alright, let's focus on trains again and see how it ends up feeling. Not a large train, unfortunately. Oh, well, we want the tanker. I think the tanker mechanic's kind of cute. Alright, I want a train. There we go. Probably try and... I had enough time, I could get a bunch of these, but focus on that one in case it really does have just more. Come on. Nearly done, come on! Now sad. Alright, so I got the 10 trains, still gotta grind a bunch for that one. This progression, I'm not sure what it's based on, because that's at 60%, which would be, up there. Those are both done. What is this based on? And can I even go to the next one? No, that'll be one of those. What? Oh. Oh. Sink the armored corvette in less than 20 seconds. Okay, well, let's see what it does. Alright, so that's shooting out a lot of stuff. We get more damage from having more missiles, but I don't know why I got shards. Oh, I see. It's got armor, so if you can hit it where you destroyed armor... Yeah, interesting. Well, definitely not doing... Oh, hello. Hello there. Not doing it in time, but what did that net me? Oh, is it really going to just do the rest of the time? I thought it would. Alright, so it took long. Didn't actually get a lot, so there's no point going back there until we're, you know, a good deal beefier. I do want more damage. I guess, what's that? Slower fire rate for ships. Less detection range on the ships. Piercing shots, and I didn't notice before it didn't have a cap on it. So that leads to bonus sniper damage. Alright. Probably should... Oh, that's 55k. Damn. I mean, it's cash, so it's related to all the shard stuff. It's calling it cash here instead of shards, which is interesting. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I have to actually pick the other mission next time. Let's get lots of missiles if I can. And then just BAM! Alright, did I get that in time? I might have. Not sure how much fuel it went up. Well, it says 20. It says less than 20 technically, so maybe you do need 19. And it was very close. So let's see, I can't afford much. What do we have? Fuel efficiency. It's a launch rate. That. We'll do that. And I will remember this time to go back to this. Gives me that again. Let's get our 1 million shards. Well, showed up that early. Just gonna take it out. Trying to get more use out of missiles. Yeah, I didn't think I had enough missiles for that. I could go for another tank. I don't know if that's even a thing. Can they spawn a second time? Oh, well, I guess they can. Ooh, the fuel. Glad it got up to that top left of the screen before the thing ended. Alright, a few more grinding moments for that, but we did make a good run there. Alright, we have what? That stuff? Those are some pricey notes. Damn. Wait, what was that? 85k, alright. 110k. Alright, so I don't know if that's going to be worth it, but I'm going to go ahead and grab that, which leads to making the shock area bigger, making it spawn more often, and the shock duration. Okay. Cache buoy leads to cache fill rate. So it's saying you're hitting it, well, you're hitting it with the cursor. We'll see how that works. Extra shards, not a surprise, that's pretty pricey. And fuel efficiency. Alright, so let's see. Cursor, okay, so... Well, maybe it meant you hit it with the cursor after it's full? I don't know, I have to keep an eye over there. Oh, there it goes. Okay. That is literally what it is. It's just a little kind of, you know, background mechanic. There's that thing that I couldn't kill in time. They had that in the first game, too. Ships just starting in a corner and going right off. Not a fan of that design. Oh, can I get that in time? Yeah. Alright, so the cache bow is a little disappointing. Thought it was going to work a little differently. Wait. Did I just see that pop up and go away quickly? You have to hit it within a time period or it gets wasted? Because that, I'll say it, that's a shit design. I hope what I saw was not, you know, what I saw, so to speak. Alright, we have so many nodes. I think just general increase in cash is good. More damage. More damage, good. Alright. So I'm not going to go after it this time. I just want to see if it actually just disappears. Okay, it's there and it went off. So you have to hit it that quickly. Wow. Alright. Well, that is extremely disappointing, and I guess that's a good place to end the video. So, I mean, you know, I think that mechanic's shit, but I mean, other than that, if you like what you see, I mean, you know, give those devs some sales, and you know, reviews. Reviews are always nice. Oh, I didn't get there in time. All right, cool, cool. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother spending it now. I'm just gonna basically, you know, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.